Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am your co-host, Winter Jackson of Inclusion on the Slopes Weekly. I am simply delighted to have you, and Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Today we have here Dr. Geraldine Davis, the Chief Inclusion Officer of Inclusion on the Slopes. So, Dr. Davis, so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much, Winter, for having me here today. I am truly ecstatic to be on Included on the Slopes Weekly. This is a great opportunity that we have right now, currently in the industry. Yes, so tell us more. What is Inclusion on the Slopes? Yeah, so Inclusion on the Slopes actually kind of began when I first moved here from Indiana to Colorado, and I just was fascinated by the ski industry. I mean, to me, like I said, I've always wanted to do it since I was a little kid. And so being able to move out to Colorado, particularly Denver, Aurora area, and go skiing was just like a dream come true. And so I kind of immersed myself in the industry, learned a lot about the ins and outs. And I went skiing for the first time in May of 2019, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, I was actually, when I was on that mountain, I went to Breckenridge. So shout out to Breckenridge. When I was on that mountain, I just felt that everyone should be open to this experience. Like it should not be siloed to just one demographic because it's just truly unreal. And so I decided on that mountain to start Inclusion on the Slopes. And our focus is to develop relationship abilities within the snow sports or ski industry. I use ski industry as a general term, but it does include any type of winter participation, including snowboarding as well. But the intention is to help people develop their relationship abilities within the industry as well as just bring people together. And so we do that through a series of 3 pillars. The first one is the consulting, where I offer consulting services to organizations who are wanting to embed inclusion. And I emphasize concentrating on the inclusion piece of it because really when it comes to inclusion, it is more interpersonal in nature than anything else, and also entails social conditioning, emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, etc. So it's multi-layered when you're thinking about organizations. And so that's the first pillar. And then the second piece is events. So for instance, the Inclusion on the Slopes Weekly is one of our events that we're working on and that we're facilitating just to bring some discussion around inclusion and also to bring some awareness about what we are doing in Inclusion on the Slopes. And then lastly, I'm going to be embarking on creating an Inclusion on the Slopes Foundation where we will concentrate on the family piece of it. So that will be ultimately in partnership with like Sherwin Foundation, SOS Outreach, etc., to facilitate getting their parents involved with the snow experience as well. Well, according to me, it's winter all year round because my name is Winter. So let me ask you this: would you consider yourself an expert skier? I mean, how did this happen? Yeah, so I'm a beginner skier. So I've had people reach out to me and be like, "Oh, well, are you an expert?" I'm like, "No, I am a beginner. I've actually only gone skiing 3 times, and for me, it was whether I was going to make this a career or not. And so it was important for me. I am, to be frank, I am the customer that the ski industry is wanting to attract. I am this new skier, and before May 19th, I was never ever. So I decided to make this my career because I just see there's so much great opportunities. And to be quite honest, I love inclusion. I mean, inclusion is the adventure because the relationships that you develop with people and the connection that you have, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's undeniable. And so I really want to emphasize the joy of being inclusive and what it means. It's the best adventure you can ever have. Like to me, it is the greatest adventure. And the reason being is because you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, even in my realm with being in HR and management for going on 17 years, I'm still challenging myself on a consistent basis to dig deeper and find a way to connect with people, even in those moments where people may not want to connect with me. And I'm like, well, I'm just letting you know I'm here either way. But I love that. I love the adventure. And I love that, people challenge me and they make me dig deeper and I have to learn more about myself. And so to me, it's the greatest adventure. So yeah, it's amazing. But I know we talked about, so what you're going to see here is a clip of me skiing. I actually went skiing in Aspen just recently and it was unreal. To be honest, I broke my wrist but I'm okay now. I recovered, and it's taken some time to recover. So, as I mentioned, I wanted to make sure I got these vlogs out, and so I'm just now in the space where I've recovered enough where I can get this information out. But yeah, you're going to see a clip of me skiing as a beginner, in Aspen with my, as I call her, my ski instructor, Anna Magasin, who is absolutely amazing. She's at Aspen Buttermilk. So yeah, check it out. Wow, Dr. Davis, I have to admit that looks like a good old time. You just, you just, I'm just in awe. Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, you know, I had my moments when I was on the toboggan because it was just, I was tired, to be honest. It was exhausting. Um, and then I was injured, but I think ultimately what happens with, as far as like the injury thing is concerned, is that, to be frank, I know it's hard to say, and don't get me wrong, I'm still in recovery and I'm still going through a lot of physical therapy, but I live my life to the fullest. I don't want to have any regrets or shoulda, coulda, wouldas left on the table when I know that I leave. So for me, it was like, okay, my ski instructor told me to go left, and I went right. But to me, the right was just like, that's where I feel like I need to go. And so, it was an amazing feeling. I was ski biking, but either or, it actually ignited my desire to learn more. I probably have learned more in the last 3 months than I have probably all last year. And so, yeah, I've also been partnering with some companies. I actually just finished a 6 month term with SIA, which is absolutely amazing, which the associations of the snow sports industry were my clients. And I just loved it. I mean, it was exhilarating. It was, spending time and really concentrating on creating inclusivity and working on the interpersonal piece of it, and really just digging into what actions can we take? How does that play out into the industry? What are some processes or systems that can be created? What are we actually going to do? Which was cool, and I'm appreciative and very thankful for Snow Sports Industries of America, SIA, Um, and speaking of, yeah, and I'm just really grateful for those partnerships. Dr. Davis, this is all very exciting. So let me tell you, are there, I mean, I have to ask, are there companies that are inclusive in the snow sports
Yeah,
industry?
so
Yeah,
I've been,
seems
like I
like,
said, I've been
all
partnering
right.
with various companies. I recently did a panel for Black History Month with Recreate Responsibly, and it just so happens that when I went to OR last year, I interacted with Serious Innovation, which is Wendy Carey and Mike Carey and Danica Carey, and they were just amazing. And we've just built this amazing bond and connection. And so she inquired whether if I would be willing to speak at the Recreate Responsibly event as well as REI event, and it was amazing. I got all these cool things. Like I was really excited about the stuff. So like these hats, they sent me these amazing hats. They still got tags on them. Like how cute is this? Like this little hat for myself. Like I cannot wait for the winter to come. Like well, of course I'm in Colorado, so there's still a little bit of winter. But yeah, these cool hats. They also gave me these amazing masks. Like some of them are still in the packaging, but like this card Evo Arctic 2. First of all, I love the fact that you can put this on and the mask is actually inside of it. Like, who the heck would have thunk of that? Like, how cool is that? Amazing. And then they have also these cool masks that actually are antibacterial fibers inside of them, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so shout out to Serious Innovation for just being amazing. I love you guys. You've been so welcoming and inclusive. So when you're thinking of inclusive companies, if you're in the outdoor space, Serious Innovation is most definitely on brand when it comes to creating inclusion. So for sure. Winter, why are you wearing my stuff? It's not yours. Like I no, that the intention was just to show it to you. This is not a free where you get freebies. That's not what this is. Not at all. Can you please take it off? Okay. Luckily, I'm inclusive. At any rate, thank you everyone for taking time out to listen to this segment. I look forward to touching base on the next inclusion on the Slopes Weekly. And Winter, can you close us out? Thank you so much. Bye bye. No, my first name ain't I'm, baby. It's Janice. Miss Jackson I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Dr. Davis. What were you saying? You were saying that you would like for me to close it out. I'm so completely distracted. You our interview reminded me of a throwback. By the way, we do not own the rights to this music, so we just want to thank you for joining us here on Inclusion on the Slope. So I want you to know that one of our primary core values, our first core value at Inclusion on the Slopes, is to have fun. Yes, we have fun. Inclusion is fun. And so just know that inclusion is the greatest adventure. And we are happy to have you. So check us out next week or tomorrow, where we have plenty in store. Have a good one, everyone. Till next time.